And happy Monday. Let me get some of this stuff straightened out here. There we go. Happy Monday, everyone. Thank you so very much for tuning in to 98.3 The Life. You're listening to Bacon Bits with Master Happiness. And of course, I'm your host, Marty Jalev. I come at you every single Monday night at 7 o'clock to talk about your job, your career, your vision made clear, the skills that you hone for the business that you own, the ups and downs, the smiles and frowns, where you're at and where you're bound. And if you miss any of today's episode, tune in later in the week to Bacon Bits with Master Happiness anywhere you listen to podcasts. As you know, I am always on a quest to bring you the industry best. And I have some very, very incredible guests today. So what I'm going to do is, I don't pride myself in the way I introduce people. So I like people introducing themselves. Tell me a little bit about yourselves. So what you've got here is we've got 4 incredible chambers of commerce, the executive directors from 4 different chambers of commerce. What I'd love to hear you guys do, tell us who you are. Tell us about your chamber. It gives me a brief 30-second thing about your chamber, where the place you cover. Okay. And then during the show, we're going to come back and we're going to hear about some of the events that you've done, some of the events that are coming up. But right now, just introduce where you cover and then give me at least the website or the Facebook, Instagram, somewhere where they can find you. Okay. I like to get this out of the way because before before you actually talk, because you never know, by the end of the show, maybe nobody wants to hear from you. So let's get this done right away. All right. So let's see who we got. So we've got over here on the far end, we're going with Therese and Claire. So either one of you, just jump right in. You're on camera. You're live.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Well, I'm Claire Slattery, the Executive Director of the Lake Zurich Area Chamber of Commerce. And we cover 5 villages: Lake Zurich, Hawthorne Woods, Killdeer, Deer Park, and Long Grove. Although 25% of our members are even outside of that area. It's all about, where you want to market your business. Our social media is Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And usually the hashtag is LZACC, which is also our website, lzacc.com.
Come on, Claire, give us a smile.
Yes.
You seem like you're not having fun yet. Okay,
I'm not
there you
having
go.
fun yet.
All right. Next. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Therese Matthews. I'm the Executive Director of the Channel Lakes Area Chamber of Commerce, and we cover Richmond, Spring Grove, Fox Lake, Volo, and Lakemore. And the fun part about our chamber is that we get to go on the water a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
There you go.
Our LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram are all Channel Lakes Chamber. Our website is channellakechamber.com, and you can reach me at info@channellakechamber.com.
Fantastic. Thank you. All right. Our next 2, please take it away.
All right. Maria Weisbrook with the Wakanda Area Chamber. We also represent kind of our school district. So it's Volo, Lakemore, Wakanda, Island Lake, Port Barrington, and Lake Barrington. So it's kind of the school district area. You can find us mainly. Our Facebook page is probably the most active, which is just Wakanda Chamber. And you can also, our website is wakandachamber.org. We're also on Instagram and occasionally TikTok, but not very often.
Okay, awesome. All right, so I think we covered everyone. There's no one else to introduce themselves, right?
Nope, there's nobody here left.
All right. Take it away.
Yes, good evening, everyone. My name is Mike Ackerman. I am the Executive Director of what we call the LLR Chamber of Commerce, which is the areas we serve. L for Lake Villa, L for Lindenhurst, R for the Round Lakes, Round Lake Beach, Round Lake Heights, Round Lake Park, and Round Lake. Our website is very simple, llrchamber.com. Therese said how to reach her. You can reach me at director@llrchamber.com. And looking forward to chatting with everybody tonight.
All right. Sounds good. Fantastic. I love this. I think we're the difficult part is over. You introduced yourself. All right. So everyone's cool. Come on. You guys are professionals. You're executives. You're the ones who are pushing your businesses to get out there in front of everyone. That's why I'm excited about having all of you here. All right. So how many of you have listened to this show over and over again? Go ahead. Now it's your turn to lie. Just say, yeah, we all big fans, right? Yeah,
Fabulous.
exactly.
Every week.
Nice. Okay.
We're just so busy promoting our members. We can't tune in every week.
All right. Okay. Thank you. There's a little bit of honesty. All right. So on this show, what we do is the reason it's called Bacon Bits with Master Happiness is everything bacon touches becomes just a little bit better. So bacon is that magical thing. But obviously we can't taste or smell bacon on the radio. So bacon here is an acronym, BACON. So I use the acronym every show to go as a loose outline. So it's basically this. It's not about the bacon for chewing, it's about the bacon for doing. And so the bacon that the chamber champions here do is this. B is building connections. A is advocacy. C is community engagement. O is opportunities for growth. And N is networking and visibility. So we're going to use that as kind of a loose outline about what we're talking about today. But we're going to have some fun with this. And I want what we're going to do is we're going to, every once in a while, I'll have one of you speak about maybe upcoming events or some past events, some of the main things that make your chamber your chamber. Let's do something like this, and I'll throw this one up for grabs. Here we go. I'm going to throw out a question for you. All right, and this is, and when I say up for grabs, I changed my mind. We're going to have Maria go first. So
I was like, "Where's my buzzer?"
That's right. There you go. So Maria, if your chamber had a mascot, what would it be and why? Look at these other two are just chatting away over there.
Well,
Make sure
my headphones don't work.
Make sure they're plugged in. All right. If they're not plugged in, then you're unplugging Maria for that.
Were they working in the beginning?
Yeah. Okay. Well, just keep going.
Okay.
Go ahead. Your
All right.
mascot.
So, randomly, what popped in my head was a gnome for absolutely no reason.
I like it.
Because I just like gnomes and they're cute and everybody is attracted to them and they're popular currently.
Wow.
So I think I'm gonna stick with that because it immediately came to my head. We actually
because they're cute and popular.
We
like
actually
Wakanda.
did a yeah, exactly. We did a gnome like crawl where we took gnomes around during Christmas time and went to different places. Them and he had a little shop local sign. So yeah,
nice.
So yeah, I'm going with gnome as our mascot.
All right. Well, since someone else is on camera too, we're going to go with the same question. What's your mascot? While the other two are doing technical support on the far end of the studio.
I'm going to go in a different direction here. This was pretty easy for me to think of, but our mascot would be a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel dog.
Wow. Very specific.
The reason for that.
So easy to see when they're walking down the street going, hey, I know what that is.
Yeah. I have two of them.
All right.
They are the most adorable things in the world. If you've ever read or heard anything about them, they will not let you leave the room without them. They follow you everywhere. They get involved in everything you do, which that's going to lead to other conversations because that's what all four of us are going to say we want our members to do.
Right there. Oh, I like that. That was a nice tie-in. All right. So you ladies over there, you're all set. You can hear now. You can hear. Headphones are working. Mic is working. Fantastic. Glad to hear that. So you know what? To just start off fun, I don't want you to answer the mascot question. You're going to get a different question. All right. Because I've seen Claire do this. So the question is this. The question is, what is your go-to karaoke song after a successful chamber event?
This girl is on fire.
Nice. There you go. Please.
I honestly don't have one.
Really? So you just sing whatever the DJ throws your way, right?
Well, I would probably go home jamming to Dirk Bentley getting drunk on a plane.
Nice. Nice. All right. Beautiful. All right. While we have you two ladies there, let me ask you the same thing. The question about, do you have any events coming up in the near future? Anything coming up around you guys?
So I do Wednesday, we have our golf outing.
Okay.
At Fox Lake Country Club.
And is there still ability for people to come, or are you full?
There are.
I'm golfing.
Oh, you
Nice.
are with Kathleen and Patricia.
Yeah.
Excellent. There are two.
No side
foursomes.
conversations.
Oh, sorry.
We're on the radio.
Sorry.
That's all right.
But they were a lot of fun.
Right.
The
Yes.
last
Yes.
time. So
And by the way, Teresa, like we see only the mic for you, so I liked how you leaned under it just then. That was good.
like
Perfect.
this is
Yeah.
what you like?
Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent.
Lean in. Yes, there are two foursomes left.
Okay, good. How do they sign up? They have to just go to the Chain O Lakes
chamber.com,
Gotcha.
go to the events calendar and click on the event on September 17th.
Okay, cool. And now throughout the year, what has been your biggest event, your go-to event, the event that everyone needs to go to the Chain O
all
Lakes?
of them, Marty.
Yeah. That's why I said the biggest. They're not all the biggest.
That was a trick
Yes,
question.
yes.
Well, it would be Before Summer Festival,
Okay.
Taste by the Lake, which was very big this
Yes.
year, and then the golf outing.
Nice. I love that answer when I asked for the biggest and you give me three. Excellent. Good chamber director. All right, Claire, back to you. Do you have anything coming up?
Yes. So on September 24th, we have an educational program on insurance and employment law changes because there's a lot of good ones, and our insurance window is open October through December. But we also have a pickleball tournament.
Nice.
On September 27th. That's still open for men's doubles and women's doubles. And so, it's an enthusiastic.
These two over here just looking
thing.
at each other for
Yeah,
everything.
why?
Yes, I don't. Yeah.
This is what you're going to get with the
Yes,
three of us when you put us
exactly.
in a
There you
room
go.
together.
That's it.
Because we've been in a lot of rooms together. So yeah, those are the two big ones here coming up here this month.
Okay, and again, they go to lzacc.org,
Yes.
right?
.com.
Oh,
Yep.
.com, not
Yep.
.org. All right,
Yep.
to sign up there. And what would you say is the biggest event for the Lake Zurich Area Chamber of Commerce?
So the biggest
You
event-
can name three. Since that's the trend now.
Yeah, I mean, we have a golf outing too. It's already passed, but
Yes.
that's always a really nice one. And then
I golfed in that. I enjoyed that.
we've sort
Yes.
of reinvigorated our expo this past year.
Yes.
We held it at the Fogler YMCA,
Okay.
and we had almost 80 booths there, and so it was really good. It was a good new energy because it was a new location, and so I think people are really excited for it next spring.
Fantastic. Excellent. So let's throw this back over to the other people, the other end of the other people, the other two. All right. It's the only way to get Maria to get you to stop talking to Teresa is to put you on the camera. All right. So who has to go first? What's coming up? And tell me something big that has passed.
So we still have our farmers markets going on. We host
Yes.
that every Thursday from 4 to 7. We only have 2 more. I'm going to be very sad when it ends. When we just finished with our street dance, which is super popular. We kind of have a gamut between member-centric events and community events. So there's our golf outing is big, and our annual dinner is a great event, and our expo is great for members and community. But our big one, I think, is Trick or Treat on Main Street. Is a huge one. 3,000 kids. Businesses like to be there with their booths. It's just really fabulous.
Is that on Halloween?
No, that's on the Sunday before Halloween, October 26th.
Okay,
year.
cool,
Yep,
cool.
1 to 5.
All right.
Yep.
All right. And let's see. You got a lot to beat here.
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, let's hear it.
You
Let's
might
hear
have to
it.
cut me off at some point.
All right, let's hear you.
I'll be real brief about a big event that's already done was also our golf outing. The big thing there is we have raffles because we have a college scholarship program where we award scholarships to local deserving high school students.
Okay.
And the raffle prizes, we did incredible at the golf outing this past summer because we had some great prizes that were all donated.
Yes.
We had a $700 gas grill that was delivered, assembled to the winner's home, donated by Grand Appliance. Right here
Wow.
in Lake
Very
Beach.
nice.
We had a 55-inch TV donated by our local Walmart.
Okay.
We had a Door County vacation getaway package.
Wow.
And then the big one that's so popular, try not to laugh, is we have a big liquor wagon.
Nice. No.
that's-
Who's going to laugh at that?
Yeah.
Right.
But the biggest event, our biggest attended event every year is actually coming up in 5 days. It's this Saturday, September 20th. We call it Chamber Fest.
Okay.
It is the Chamber of Commerce version of a fall festival. It is at Jack and Lydia's Resort in Lake Villa. If you don't know where it is, it's on Deep Lake itself and off of Deep Lake Road. But we're changing directions on it a little bit this year, making it even more family friendly to bring the kids. And for example, some of the things we'll have this year are face painting and temporary tattoos being brought to us by Good Family Tattoo. If you've ever heard of Stella the Sloth, we'll have Stella the Sloth there.
Oh, Stella the Sloth.
But Stella is double booked on Saturday. She can only be there till 4. So if you want to see Stella, come before 4. Oh, by the way, and it runs from 3 to 7. We will have a petting zoo from Patch 22. We will have lavish lizards there as long as the weather is warm enough.
Okay.
With a python, a corn snake, and a bearded dragon. We'll be playing tiki toss, ladder toss. There is an all-you-can-eat pig roast.
All right, I'm there.
Brought to us by Jack and Lydia's. Live music by the Complex, local microbreweries with Harbor Brewing, Ninth Hour Brewing, and Black Lawn. And then, of course, raffle prizes.
You brought the entire book, didn't you?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I told you, you get me going, you're going to have to cut me off. We'll have the raffle prizes, some similar ones to this past summer, including a gas grill. Walmart is donating what I'm calling a s'mores kit. Well, the s'mores kit includes the fire pit, so you can make your s'mores over the fire pit. We're having 2 liquor wagons on Saturday, a foursome from Wynwood. Another one we love, we're calling it Date Nights for a Month.
So on the Emmys or the Oscars, did we just turn his mic off? Is that where we start playing music? That's it.
I hope my wife is not listening because she'll tell you that once I start talking, you can't
All
shut
right.
me up.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. No, I do like this, and I like the energy that's involved in this, knowing all these kind of things that are coming up. So what I want to jump into this now, I want to jump into the bacon, the letter B in bacon, which is building connections. And the question I've got is, chambers are known for fostering connections. Okay. How does your chamber help businesses build meaningful relationships? So we'll give you a second to think about that. How does your chamber help businesses form meaningful relationships? So whoever wants to go first, I'll see if I can get the camera on you. Who wants to go? Who? Oh, look at this. I love this. Go ahead.
Fighting.
Go for it. Go
No,
for
I
it.
want to.
Fight.
No, I want to.
Yeah.
Well, we organically not organically, but we plan for events for networking.
Okay.
So people meet each other, make connections that way. But I think what I always encourage is consistently showing up to things.
Yes.
I think a lot of members think they can just pay for the membership and all this business is going to come and connections are going to come. You make connections by attending the things that we bring to the table for you. Another way is, I think in my brain, because I owned a business. So I get I get that end of it.
Yes.
Is somebody calls and says, who can I who would be good for this? And then you have you as a chamber director, chamber directors know immediately, say, oh my gosh, do this, collaborate on this. You do a great job of doing, Therese does a great job of doing collabs. She does like member collaborations. That I know as a business owner was one of my biggest strong points, was when I collaborated with another business, had food brought over or whatever into the wine shop type thing, doing collaborations. And I think we foster that as a chamber as well. We foster not just networking, but collaboration.
Nice. So Therese, you got that. You got pulled into that one. Tell me more about these collaborations.
So that's when I see on Facebook or Instagram that two of our members work together on A, B, or C. And then I repost it as a member collaboration alert and tag them both. But I'm going to go off of what Maria already said. So our mission statement even has a parenthetical at the end that says results may vary, and then an explanation that says the results vary based on your level of participation. So we do similar things to Maria. We also have business groups. You guys do too, don't you? Yeah. So we also have business groups, and that's where maybe 10 to 20, it depends on the group, people meet twice a month and they learn about each other's businesses. And the goal is not necessarily referrals, but those happen organically.
Right. So let me ask you, I'll throw it by the other two. How long do you think, or is there a guideline or a feel you have for how referrals do work? How long does it take? In other words, if somebody joins, and I know it's tough because it's going to go from business to business. It's always going to change. But do you have a feel for it? Let's say somebody says, hey, I'm thinking of joining. How long do I feel like I can see some results? And I know it sounds like a trick question, and it kind of is. That's why I saved it for these two. Okay. So there you go, Claire, go for it.
Yeah, I would just say, there isn't it. If I go into a room and I haven't met, some of the people in there, I look around and I kind of resonate with someone usually.
Okay.
And not that I can't resonate with anyone, but I mean, if I resonate with someone that really sparks my attention and we kind of gravitate, right? And because hey, this could be a good conversation. And so those types of things, because then here's my card, here's your card, those types of things happen really quickly, right? But then there's also, if a lot of times you're not an expert networker, a lot of times,
right,
you don't know how to quote unquote work the room when you walk into a business after hours. And we always have like an ambassador or someone from our team that sees those people right away, right? So we see them, we do not let them stand alone. We walk them around and introduce them to the groups that are already talking and kind of break the ice for them and then move on to the next. So I think the important part is really what you do after that event. And that is following up and making time to visit with each other, via coffee or lunch or something, so that you really get to know each other more than the 5 or 10 minute conversation you might have had in that room. And that's going to expedite your relationship building.
Gotcha. Yeah. I like that. Mike, I want you to join in on that about this whole idea. I know it's the tough question is how long does it take? I join, is it a magic pill?
It's funny you use that because I have told prospective members, and I'm going to echo what these all said, but when you asked the question, I knew we were going to have similar answers. Mostly what Maria said It all depends upon how involved a member gets.
Sure.
You have to be involved. My terminology, you said magic pill.
Yeah.
I've told people we don't have any magic pixie dust that we sprinkle down on you,
there you
and
go.
everything is grand. I have told prospective members too, if you're going to join and you're not going to get involved, don't waste your money because you're not going to get anything out of it. It's an avenue for making things happen.
Right.
The closest thing I can do to answer your question, how long, I can't answer how long, but it does depend upon how much a member is involved.
Okay.
That's the critical thing is they've got to get involved. I tell people attend everything. We all know nobody can
of course
attend
not.
everything. None of us in this room can attend everything. But if you attend enough things, you get the reputation that you're at everything.
Yes.
And that's where you make your connections. That's where people get to know you.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. So what I want to do is I'm going to jump into this. Notice because it's an hour-long show. That's why I'm trying to spread it out, not asking everyone the same question. Because like you said, Mike, there's going to be a lot of similarity rather than hearing the exact same answer everyone ditto. Yeah, that's what I mean. So we're going to mix it up a little bit here. And so we're going to ask you two ladies over here is on the far end, Therese and Claire. What's your guilty pleasure snack during a long board meeting? Okay.
We don't get
That's
snacks.
Oh, wow. All right.
Apparently, we need to start.
We don't get snacks either.
There you go. All right.
We
Come on, you're the executive
we
director.
get lunch, but we probably don't eat it until after if
All
we
right.
eat it at all.
Okay, my board meetings are at 5:30 p.m.
Oh.
And yeah, I know. And so no, there's no snacks.
Wow.
I do get a Diet Coke though.
Okay, so there you go.
from Eric at the
I wouldn't-
Richmond Cafe.
I
So
wouldn't be.
thank you, Eric.
I don't think that's guilty, but that's all right. Okay. All right. I didn't like those answers, so I'm going to go back to you two. All right. I didn't like those, so I'm going to go to you two. All right. How about this? If you two, either one of you, could swap a job with anyone in your community for just one day, who would it be and why? Yeah, I wasn't going to send you all the questions ahead of time. There you go.
I would like to be a sous chef at one of our restaurants.
Oh, that would be
Ooh.
cool.
And I
yeah.
have 47 to choose from. So
Nice.
that would
nice.
be my ideal switch.
So far, I think you're winning the trophy for most diplomatic. All right, come on, Mike. Don't leave. Don't give us dead air.
Yeah, come back to me. I can't think of an answer for that right now.
Wow. Say a Diet Coke.
Diet Coke.
All right. Let's jump into this next question. We talked a little bit about building connection, and this is primarily what you guys are working on. You're helping us with this, but a lot of people don't understand what advocacy means as far as how the chambers help businesses. So chamber offering to be an advocate for businesses for local, state, and even national levels. Can you share how your chamber supports businesses through advocacy? So I'm just looking for somebody. Maria's always like leaning
I'm
towards-
going first this
All right.
time. No.
Wow. Let's see. Where are you? Okay. You're going first. Go
Yeah.
for it.
So recently this past year we've partnered with the Lake County Workforce Development
Yes.
of Lake County. And let me tell you, that is really eye-opening to a lot of businesses because like we just had an event on Friday and we shared these resources as they have training positions that can be paid. If you have need an employee or an apprentice or an internship, they can place those workers in your business for almost up to a year of paid wages
Wow.
or paid training, which is like nobody, we're trying to get the word spread out of that, especially in our area. They're located and based in kind of Waukegan, but we're trying to pull that reach down to all of our businesses. Reviewing your job descriptions when you have a new job opening, job postings. There's even incumbent worker training that can get paid for by the Lake County Workforce Development, and that means that you're training your existing employees to stay longer and giving them some extra certifications and perhaps a different job level. So there's a lot of things going on there.
That's big help. Anyone else have anything they want to add to that? There, go for it. Mike's in front of you.
So our chamber is both McHenry County and Lake County.
Oh, okay. Yes.
And so McHenry County College has something called Manufacturing Consortium. It's very similar to what Claire just described, but it's for the trades. And it starts at high school level and goes through the college level. And so during the summer, they have internships for both high school and college students. And then throughout the year, they have different open houses, we'll call them. I'm not sure what the actual name is, but like an open house. So you can go look at these different manufacturing firms and see if that's something that you would be interested in. Because in high school, I know this from my own kids, if you're on the college track, you don't have time for those kind of classes. So this is really a great way to introduce all the students to the manufacturing world.
Okay. So let me ask you, while the camera's still on you two, is how are you doing this? How do you get the word out? Because this is something that most people who think about chambers don't realize, that additional help, that how you can really help the businesses. Most people, I talk to people about chambers of commerce and they think, oh, that they have those networking events. You all get together at a restaurant and you mingle. Okay. What are you finding success in getting the word out about this type of additional benefit you offer?
I mean, sharing on social media or in your newsletter would be one way to do that. I also attend the meetings via Zoom, and occasionally they're in person, but and then you meet all the people who are leading this whole consortium. And so then they send you things maybe just on their own too.
Okay. All right.
And for us, as I said, we just had we brought speakers from Lake County Workforce Development, College Lake County, and even the Small Business Advocacy Council. We brought them, and then we also brought from SBA Lending Wintrust. So we brought them to the forefront. We recorded that presentation, so if someone missed it, we'll play it back. We'll have it play back for them.
Wow.
And then really cool, which we're going to keep doing, but we did go for a walk with one of our members through our industrial park and walked into manufacturers. Not that they liked us cold calling, but when they found out that they could have apprenticeship programs paid for, they didn't mind talking to me.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was hugely successful. I mean, you want to make some good plans with that, but I mean, just walking into these businesses and having that conversation is the most effective if you have the time to do it.
Fantastic. Anything we can add from our group over here?
Well, I was going to say, Claire has really jumped on that. Lake County has been doing that for a long time. And it is hard to get people to pay attention to that.
Yeah.
They don't get how valuable it is. It is really hard with anything, it's hard to get people to listen and hear. It's another ounce of their time that they have to use for something, but they don't realize the value. But as far as me, and I'm sure the other chamber directors here too, we also do at the local level, like somebody making sure they have like somebody just asked me today to stop by and help them with an event and laying it out and what permits do I need. We're familiar with that just from our own works that we're doing, what permits they need, who they should connect with to make something happen. So as far as that goes, we can also at the local level work with the government entities and get knowledge to our members.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, wrap us up, Mike. Anything to add there?
Most of it's already been said, but I would echo the local level part of it. We have 6 communities that we work with. So we have 6 different groups of regulations. But fortunately, we have a very close relationship with the mayors and all the administrators and everything, in all the communities. I've got everybody's cell phone number. So if I need to call a mayor, I just call him on his cell phone. So it does make it easy to get that kind of information, but sometimes it's a little difficult to keep in mind, okay, this community does this. No, wait, was that this one or this one? And
gotcha.
It's all about connections, which seems to be this common theme that we're talking about for everything with chambers.
Awesome. Okay. So we're going to take a momentary break just to talk a little bit about our own event here at the station, the Geo Awards. We're doing this. This station is 20 years old right now. So we're celebrating our 20th anniversary. And I'm honored. There are so many great personalities throughout the week who are on the station playing music, interviewing people, and they asked me to MC the event. So it's very special to me. But we're going to be doing that, and as well as thanking people who help support this station. So just if you're paying attention, don't go away. If you missed any part of this first part, tune in later in the week to Bacon Bits with Master Happiness. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, you'll get to see and hear the entire interview. This is exciting, and we're still so much more to do, more fun questions that Diet Coke won't be the answer. So please stay tuned. And let me see if I can find the right, no, there we go. I got to just find the right mouse. I always do that. There we go.
Caring for a child can be heartwarming and also challenging. That's why Lantern shares expert guidance to support families from pregnancy through the preteen years. It's a public service and available in English, Spanish, and Arabic. Sign up now by texting UWLC to 274-448. Give your child a bright beginning to reach their full potential. Lantern from United Way of Lake County. This message is brought to you by UCC Environmental.
Explore the heart of our community with Unlocking Lake County. Join me, Dick Barr, as we dive into the local real estate scene, spotlight vibrant businesses, and celebrate the people who make our county unique. Tune in every Wednesday at noon on 98.3 The Life FM for insights and stories from around Lake County.
What does it take to keep a community connected? The Geo Awards are here to celebrate you, the champions who make 98.3 The Life shine bright. Mark your calendar for September 26th at Parkway Banquets and get ready for an unforgettable night. Imagine local music, comedy improv, and raffle prizes you can't buy anywhere else, like DJing for an hour live on the station. This isn't just a night out, it's our heartfelt thank you to the heroes who make the magic happen in our community. Ready to shine? Snag your ticket for just $75 or rally your friends for a table of 8 at $600. When we celebrate community champions, we're really celebrating all of us. The Geo Awards, September 26th. Get your tickets now and let's make some noise for what matters most.
The Life 98.3. Life's hits from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and now.
Thank you so very much for staying tuned in to 983 The Life. If you're listening on the internet, then you know you're at 983thelife.com. If you're on the radio, you must be close by. So that's 98.3 FM. Again, you're listening to The Life. Every Monday night at 7 o'clock is Bacon Bits with Master Happiness. And today's a very special episode. I know I say that every week, but today I really mean it. We've got 4 incredible guests here, 3 incredible guests and Mike. That's what I should say. All right. Covering the gambit of some of the greatest chambers of commerce throughout Lake Zurich and a little bit of McHenry. All right. We're covering Lake Zurich, Long Grove, Wakanda, the chain of lakes, all the round lakes. All right. More than you could count. All right. And so much more. We're talking about the events and just what the importance of chambers of commerce mean. And it's really neat. We're talking about them building connections, which is really important when you're building a business. I know my business would not have been a success had it not been that had I not joined the Chamber of Commerce. It was probably the best move that I made. I made some really good connections with people. But I did the thing that all of these people are saying is I got involved and I stayed involved and I showed up at events. It's not just a matter of here's the dues, where's my business. It's you've got to become active. You've got to do things. All right. So we talked about the business connections, but more importantly, we talked about the advocacy, how these people get involved in government and what else is going on to help businesses grow, help us find the right employees, help us retain employees, help us maybe nudge government and laws and licensing to help us grow. So this is really cool. We're going to jumping now into more community engagement. And we're going to jump into that. But of course, to make it fun, to put these ladies and gentlemen on the spot, I have to come up with another question here. And I liked as soon as I did that, Maria adjusted her seat like, oh, I hope I don't go first. Here we go. All right. All right, here we go. Let's see who's on there. Oh, look at that. It's Maria. Maria and Mike is on there, right? All right. So Maria or Mike, what's the most creative excuse you've ever heard for someone missing a chamber event? Okay. And that's all right. I've come up with some pretty creative excuses.
Well, we don't track our people. We don't make them come. So if they want to give us an excuse, I guess they don't have to give us an excuse, but I guess they're all bad. They're like somebody died or they're very violently ill. So that's not very creative.
All right, next time just go with the Diet Coke.
I know,
answer.
right?
Right. All right. Mike, come on. What's the most creative excuse you've ever heard? Even lie now. Go ahead.
Well, it's not very creative, but every now and then you get, sorry, my car broke down. Yeah, well, does that mean you're stranded on the side of the road and you're going to be there for the rest of your life? I mean,
there you go.
But like Maria said, we do track it a little bit, but nobody's required to come to anything. So
Yes.
if they can't make it, they can't make it. And if they miss something, they usually try to come to the next event.
Oh, that's beautiful. You guys should write greeting cards. Okay. All right. The two gigglers at the far end. All right. Are you ready? All right. What is the most unusual item you've ever had to raffle off at a chamber event?
You better go. You have the answer. I don't think I
The
have
most
an
unusual
unusual
item.
item.
Oh gosh, what was it? We had a woman donate this stuffed. Let's go with a raccoon.
It was the gopher. It was the
It was
gopher.
the gopher.
Yes. Yes.
Stuffed gopher that she gave to her husband on his 50th birthday, and she had it in her basement forever, and she thought that it would make a lot of money, and it would be a great asset to someone's man cave.
Right. And was it? It was great. It was a good raffle ticket.
Someone
Yeah,
has it.
exactly. There you go.
Have
There
to
you go.
Look up who has
I know.
it, but
Actually, that was cool. That's the kind of item I like.
didn't quite make
Yeah,
as
I
much
did.
money as she thought.
Yes.
Like, but it's okay.
You raffle.
It was the thought that counts.
That's right. You give a gift. They never level up to the dollar amount you want to earn. Therese, what about you?
I don't have an answer for this one. I
Really?
certainly can't top that one.
I was waiting for Claire to go. It was a rat. Okay, but it was
No.
a gopher. Yeah, nothing, huh?
Mhm.
Wow. All right, so then we're jumping right back into it. I'm going to keep the camera on you two ladies. All right, so we're getting into this community engagement. Chambers play a big role in strengthening the community. How does your chamber help businesses engage with and give back to the community? It's Claire and Therese.
So, so I'm going to go again with Before Summer Festival because that is the event where we give back to the community from all of the funds made by sponsorships. And the sponsors know this, sponsorships and ticket sales. So then we pick randomly 4 different nonprofits within membership to give back to.
Very nice.
Mhm.
That's cool. Okay. Claire, what about you?
I would say, like, for our give back, we're doing a lot with the high school, in terms of they have an incubator and an accelerator programs.
Yes.
And so a lot of our business owners, including us at the chamber, are going in there. We're talking to them about business. Some have mentored for a couple of years now, the same group that's been growing year after year. So
You got me involved in that early.
Yeah.
There was one year. Yeah. So I love it. I'm
It's-
part of every year of that. Right.
Yeah. And also, I think we do like mock interviews at some point in the year too. And a lot of our business, a lot of our chamber members participate in that because we solicit for them. Hey, come and help us with mock interviews. So it's a room full of business owners and students doing mock interviews, which is really helpful for those students. So
Nice. So I'm going to switch over to this group here, and I don't want to hear the same kind of answer. So I'm going to expand upon it. Is you can think about this, how you help the community, but also how do you get the small businesses? You guys, your mic is on, by the way. You two talking over in the corner, your mic is on. Okay, so wow. Next time, Mike, you're sitting between those two. Okay, so how do you how do you get volunteers? How do you get businesses to say, I'm going to take time out of my day to volunteer for events that are giving back to the community? Yeah, go ahead.
Ironically, especially recently, it has not been as difficult as you might think.
Okay.
And what we've found, going to go back to this whole connections, it's the bottom line of everything we're talking about. We get sponsors and businesses involved in all of our events. And the more they get involved and the more we support them, the more they become willing to step up and volunteer. And I won't get long-winded on
Sure.
this, but this event this weekend I'm
I
talking
doubt
about,
that.
we've if anybody didn't know, Marty and I know each other. But we've got people volunteering to help us with this event this weekend. And
That's neat.
if more people want to, I don't know if we have enough for them to do. That's more than enough volunteers that we need. And it wasn't that difficult to get them.
Okay.
It's as simple as you ask.
Right.
And you're not going to get 100% people say yes, but you ask enough people and you get them. So we're in good shape.
I think that really shows that they're finding real value in the chamber. They're finding that they're getting something back, so they want to give back. I always ask this question, and Maria, I'm going to come back to you to see if you had anything to add into this is I would always ask chambers this whole thing of, I understand why a business would join a chamber for the first year, because they want to test the waters, dip their toe in the water, and meet people. The second year has always been about solidifying those relationships and seeing if I get something back. So I always question everyone is, how do you get people for the third year? What's the benefit? And the answer really comes down to this whole thing is you create such a strong environment that they want to be part of it because they've gotten something out of it, and they're good people, they're good businesses, and they want to start giving back. So I urge people, if you go to a chamber event, especially these events that are positioned towards the community, not just networking events for business, but the large community events that you all put together. Look at the volunteers. Take some time and talk to the volunteers. These are the people who've been part of the chamber for a long time. They are volunteering. They're giving their time to help because they see some real benefits. They've won. They've become more successful because of the chamber, and they're giving back. And those are the people that every once in a while you go to a community event, spend some time, talk to the volunteers, the people wearing the orange vests, directing traffic, handing out popcorn or whatever, and just thank them every once in a while. Ask them about what business they run, and go and solicit them. So, Maria, back to you. Anything about volunteers?
We also have a pretty easy time. It's always at the last minute, but that's kind of just people's schedules and stuff. But I also wanted to mention, it's not also just about volunteering. There are some businesses that do become a member, don't do networking, don't do anything, but they want to be invested in the community. So they sponsor the events. They get how important the chamber is and the relationships that we make. So they want to sponsor and be involved in that manner.
Very cool.
So I wanted to touch on that because it's not, there are some businesses that absolutely will not be attending something, either the bigger ones or sometime industrial type stuff that may not have as much need, but they still get involved because they know the value of being part of the community and sponsoring the events that we host. So.
Good. Thank you for sharing that. I think that's really important. A lot of people don't realize that as well. Right. They see the businesses that have the tents at the events, and I think it's really important for us to, as part of a community, is when we go to these events and obviously we're enjoying it. We went to the event, but take some time and look at the banners on the walls, look at those tents and stuff like that, and realize that it's because of those businesses that event can take place. I think that's what's really important. And I think sometimes what we do is we enjoy the events so much that we just kind of ignore that kind of stuff. And we're like, yeah, that company with 3 letters in their name, they sponsored this. But let's find out who is that company. And just, again, I'm big into saying thank you whenever we can. And I think it's important. And so we're not done yet, but I just want to, again, just before I forget, I want to thank all of you for the hard work that you guys do for your chambers. Okay. I think in a lot of ways, this is a thankless job. And a lot of people don't realize how hard you work for a lot of these things. You make it look very easy, but there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes. And like I said, my business would not have been a success had I not joined the Lake Zurich Chamber of Commerce. I mean, that one got me out in front of people. And once I did that, I started joining other chambers. I joined Wakanda, then the Chain of Lakes. Okay. And I think I'm a member with you guys. I at least did an event with you guys.
We'll talk.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So, and I'm one of those guys who I like giving back. So, Claire knows anytime she needs a loud mouth, she's like, let me call Marty. He'll speak up, right? I did this great event in Round Lake here. Did a heckler hole at the golf outing. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's how I met Marty, is our golf outing in June. Was hooked up to me by actually somebody else he knows, Katie Brooks, our events director. He was our hole heckler. He was assigned to a hole, and his job was to heckle the golfers as they were teeing off. And I was there a couple times when he did it, and I would almost want to sell tickets for it. It is absolutely hysterical. And if I remember correctly, I don't think I got a single complaint from any golfer. I think everybody loved it. So thank you, Marty.
Good. I'm glad. And so I'll tell you that I'm going to open that up to everyone. Just keep that in mind. Whole heckler hole. Because the goal now is we take it up the notch. And I heard somebody say this. What you say is they pay me $20 not to heckle them, pay me $40 to heckle the people behind them. Okay. So it becomes a great fundraiser. All right. So much fun. It'd be interesting. We could probably do that at a pickleball tournament too. Okay.
God.
Could be
They're more serious.
I know,
They're
yeah.
way more serious players.
well, we have to connect them to reality, Claire.
Well,
Okay.
then they'd be willing to pay more for him not to heckle.
Exactly. There you
Yeah.
go.
Is it indoor or out?
Out.
All right. So I'm going to jump into this, the letter O. So far we've in the Bacon, we've done building connections, advocacy, the community engagement. O is opportunities for growth. All right. So chambers provide resources and opportunities for businesses to grow. What are some of the ways chambers help businesses scale and succeed? And I know we touched on some of it, but I want you to see, is there anything more that you'd like to share on that? What are some of the things that you guys are involved in? And it could be a little bit repeating some of the things we did, because everything you said so far is very important. But what are some of the other ways that the chambers help businesses scale and succeed? Who would like to jump into that one? They're all staring at each other because they're rummaging
So
through their
I would
notes.
say educational opportunities for them to educate other people. So let's take
Okay, good.
finance, for instance.
Yes.
And there's some new bill that I'm not going to say the name because it's kind of a weird name. Big, beautiful BBB.
The big, beautiful bill.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how is that affecting people and their retirement accounts and things like that? So you can help another finance person or financial advisor maybe get a few more clients by allowing them to do an educational morning workshop or a lunch and learn or something like that.
Right. And one of the things I want to add to that is all the lunch and learns I've seen at multiple chambers. I've been to many of them. It's always been the same type of thing, is that it's educational. It's not a sales event. Like, hey, by the way, this is what I do for a living. And I've even talked to some of the people and said, and everyone who does that comes out at the end and says, yeah, I'll pass out my business cards. I have a flyer or something, but I don't want to turn it into a sales piece of saying, call me if you need this, this, and this. It's all about education. I think that is just another great arm of the chambers, that you're finding members who just understand that you don't want to gather a bunch of people for a sales pitch. Okay. Claire, while the camera's over there, do you have anything to add to that about opportunities for growth?
Well,
I didn't mean to put you on the spot. We can throw it back to Maria. She's always ready. And Mike is always ready.
Yeah. I mean, I think, the growth comes with, well, how do you grow your business? How do you hire the next, if you're a small business or small, business owner, how do you hire the first person?
Yeah.
How do you get to that next space? And again, it is through education, and it's also through the resources that we have in our communities and in our county. So, I think, the most important thing that a chamber member can remember is if they don't come out to events, which a lot of them don't, they're not making it a regular thing, and that's okay. But check in with your chamber director to let us know what's going on. Like, we can't help someone with growth issues if we don't know that they're having them.
Right.
So, I set up a year or two ago, I set up you can jump on my calendar and have like a 30-minute discussion so I can know what's going on. Where are the needs? Who can I introduce you to that can help you with those needs? And those 30 minutes are powerful. Those people walk away with like, whoa, I should, you do that as much as you want. If you can't get away, you're a mom and pop shop, you can't get away from the counter or whatnot, or your restaurant, you can't get away to an event. I mean, it's hard to get all of the types of business owners in the room at the same time, based on, the type of business they are. So
right.
You got to reach out and let us know what you need so we
Yes.
can put you in the right, in the right direction.
I like that a lot about setting that time aside for them to come and do kind of a little interview process with you about, this is where I'm at. And then they get a chance to interview you as the executive director. What can the chamber do for me? And sometimes that's the best way. We all see flyers left and right all over the place, right? And we look at these things and it doesn't mean anything to us. You see words and I don't have time to read it. And you don't realize the things that the chamber can offer until you're sitting down across the table from somebody and just having a chat and saying, look, this is the position I'm in. This is why I can't go to any networking events because of this, this, and this, and just hearing what you guys can offer. All right. So I want to throw this by you guys. If there's any other thing that you can think of that are those opportunities for growth, the way that you help businesses scale. I love this, man. As soon as I start asking a question, Maria grabs that mic.
Answer.
Maria grabs that mic from you so quickly,
but
Mike.
It's actually, all of our chambers offer this. There are so many things that come with your membership that people just don't use. Like we
Yeah.
do member ads, we do a 10 and 10. You can be interviewed by our chamber about your business anytime. Anytime. It goes on our it's a live Facebook feed, and then it's on our newsletter over and over until somebody else comes up with it. Also doing that educational thing, like Therese was talking about, hosting. We have lunch lessons and business before hours, coming and talking about what you do. It's not, it's an educational thing.
Sure.
But at the end, if people are impressed with your presentation, which typically they're always amazing,
Right.
then
Right.
you pass out cards. So, but there's so many little, putting your job postings on our website. There are so many things that come for free. Having your buzzwords on your, we get 70,000 hits to our website a year.
Wow.
People
Wow.
are searching for something, and
Yeah.
and we have stats that we can show you what people are looking for. So,
Very cool.
yeah.
Very cool.
but that's all of our chambers have that.
Mhm.
Very nice. Mike, you have anything to add? This is tough. You're always going last, Mike.
Well, it makes it easy. Then I can just say
Yeah.
everything I said.
That's right. Nice. Nice.
I'll add, but I think the biggest thing is so many members don't take advantage of all the things that chambers offer, and they're all free. I mean, reach out to us if you're in my chamber, me, or reach out to my associates here. Take advantage of it. A perfect example is every Friday we publish 5 members of the week. Well, most of the time I write up something about them because I don't get any input from the business. This is your
Yeah.
chance to say what you want to say about your business. And the only quote cost to you is your time to write it up. That's it.
Perfect. Perfect. So let me see. Oops, I'm jumping all around here. There we go. So we've been jumping all around from building connections, advocacy, community engagement, opportunity and growth. And then N is networking and visibility. All right. So what I'm going to do is, because we're getting close to the end, we got about 5 minutes left. And I still want to ask you one or two more of these cool questions on the other side. But so I want you to think about this. Is there anything else that you would like? In other words, do a little commercial for your chamber or chambers in general. Anything else you'd like to add about the power of networking and how the chamber can add visibility to any given business? So, wow, there you go, Mike. I knew you were going to jump in there first.
I'm going to jump in, and I'm going to actually make a promo for the other chambers here as well.
Okay.
I always tell businesses, join a chamber where you do business, not just the location where your business is. If you're one of mine here in Round Lake Beach and you do business over in McHenry, join Teresa's chamber. I mean, you want to reach out to where you do business, where your customers are. That is important. And then also get involved in all the chambers you're involved in, not just, if you're in mine, not just mine, get involved in all of them. That's a big deal. That's how you really maximize your reach and your exposure.
Fantastic. Maria, you're on.
What I love about this little party room here is how well we collaborate.
Yes.
So I think, off Mike's point, I know a lot of people also join the chamber in the community they live,
Right.
just because they want to be a part of it. We have people that don't necessarily even have a business. They might have it in Schaumburg or something, and they joined our chamber because they want to be part of the community's portion.
Right. Right.
So there's a purpose for a chamber in every business, without a doubt. There's something that the chamber can do for you, even if you think it won't, it will, and you just have to give it an opportunity. Give it a try.
Love it. Love it. Ladies. Claire?
So
Yeah.
well said, but I don't want to not tell them that we, the three of us and the Barrington Chamber, have been doing our quarterly lunch fusions and talk about expanding your reach, because, we all bring like 20 or whatever businesses to
Yeah.
this event, and you end up with, maybe 80 to 100 people in this luncheon, and now you're reaching members that you never knew before, members of other chambers. So I think we're gonna, we'll continue to do some version of that, maybe even with educational programs, but talking, being collaborative in that way, and not being afraid to bring our members into a room with the members of all these other chambers, because likely, like you, Marty,
Yep.
you're a member of multiple
Yes.
ones. So
Right.
it just really gives you a lot more people to network with and get to know.
Right. There you go. Close us off there, Therese.
I'm going to go off of what Claire just said, and that many members are in several chambers these days. I think Volo's in 8. Volo Museum. And so it's helpful for them too, because even if they do know the people in the other chambers, then they're kind of getting more bang for their buck going to one event and seeing everybody versus having to go to one event at each of the chambers. So I like the collaboration between chambers when we do multi-chamber events. I think it's better for the members in many ways.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So now as we're winding down, like the last minute or so, I'm going to ask you girls, all you girls and Mike. Sorry, Mike. All right.
We'll talk after this.
All right. I made a mistake. I mean, I'm going to ask you ladies a question. That's what I meant to say. All right. Now I lost the question. Here we go. Here we go. If you could rename your city for a day, rename your city. I want to hear the pride you have in your main city or any of the cities. If you could rename your city or your location, your group of cities for a day, what would you call it? And Therese, you might as well talk because you're the one on camera. Okay.
She doesn't like these questions.
I know she doesn't. That's what makes them even more fun.
Yeah, I'm not.
And Maria and Mike are loving it because they always seem to go last.
Or we get a different question.
That's right. Right. What do you think?
Like,
all right.
Like Chambers Rock, Illinois?
Sure.
How about that one?
I like it.
Generally speaking.
Okay.
You can't really name all of our areas.
We'll go with it.
What do you want to call it?
I don't know. I don't understand the
You
question.
could have just,
I'm going to
if you were
change
to
the name of my
rename-
entire
yeah,
region.
or a city, whatever. And what would you call it?
Party on the Chain.
No,
There
we
you
go.
go.
There you go. I like it. And Claire, what was yours that you're doing?
Chambers Rock, Illinois.
Nice.
Right?
Chambers
Mhm.
Rock, Illinois. I love it. All right. Maria, Mike, I'm going to throw the same question at you. There you go.
I was just going to say Wonderland.
Wow. I
Wow.
love that. Nice. Okay, Mike.
The fun place.
All right, beautiful. I love it. Look at this, that improv comedy coming out of all of you. Just put a little pressure. That's what's so wonderful about these chambers, these executive directors at these particular chambers. They don't shirk to pressure. They just stand up and they take it. They're telling me, Marty, the hour's up already. Ask us some more questions. We got another hour inside of us. Teresa especially. She's like, please, let's go another hour. All right. So, but I want to thank you all. If you missed any part of this show at all, really shame on you. You got to listen into the whole thing. It'll be later. You'll be able to find it on YouTube, on my channel, masterhappiness.com, my YouTube channel, but you'll also be able to, once you find it on Bacon Bits with Master Happiness, anywhere you listen to podcasts, just give me a couple of days to move the recording up there. And this will be a recording you do not want to miss. And when you get a chance, if you own a small business or you know someone who owns a small business or you work at a small business or you go to a small business occasionally, go and talk to them and tell them, go visit your local chamber. Just take it out for a spin, see if you like it. You're going to end up joining 1, 2, 3. You're gonna have a good time and you are going to succeed. Thank you all so very much. Even you, Mike. Thank you so much. All right. Yes. And you know what? Because I'm on YouTube, we can do this one last time. Just do a shout out. We'll go with you guys first. Who are you with?
LLR Chamber of Commerce. Come to our Chamber Fest event this Saturday at
30
Jack and
seconds,
Lydia's.
Mike.
I'll
30
keep
seconds.
it under 30. You can find it on our events page, llrchamber.com. Chamber Fest.
Wakanda Area Chamber, Maria Weisbrook.
Nice.
Channel Lakes Area Chamber of Commerce. Come out to our mistletoe and martinis on Black Friday in Lakemore.
Nice.
All right. Claire Slattery, Lake Zurich Area Chamber of Commerce Pickleball Tournament, September 27th.
All right. Thank you guys all so very much. Good night, everybody.
WRLR 98.3 FM LP, Round Lake Beach, Illinois.
What does it take